The only way you can compete with men in this industry, you need to have deep knowledge, not surface knowledge. So you need to know your onions. Don't do it alone, because someone has been through this journey and they can help you. They can handhold you through this journey, right? So by the time they do that, they're helping you to shorten your learning curve. Thereby, you can easily, grow in this career. As a woman, how do you balance your career with your responsibilities as a woman at home? We are very emotional women. Emotional resilience is very important because, we need to learn how to, manage our emotions. Can you achieve it all? And I'm telling you that, yes, today, you don't have to give up your life. But if you don't set your goals, how are you going to measure your growth? How are you able to say that, I've been able to achieve this and I'm moving on to this, right? Because if you don't set priorities and boundaries, trust me, you're going to burn out.
So literally, I've been rejected too many times in my life because I am a female in a department where they are all men. You have to strive between them all. You have to just showcase your skills. You have to struggle by yourself, learn a lot, do whatever it takes you in order to shine between them all. I have failed a lot. We all pass through different struggles. If you ever faced any rejection in your life or any failure in your life, don't give up. I'm never gonna say no to any opportunity that comes to my life. If a door knocks to you, just open it and see what this opportunity holds for you. Remote work is the future. We can see it. We need to implement AI during our careers.
So we need women in tech. We need women in medicine. We need women in engineering. So this is really important. I think that, little by little, we are just getting this diversity, and we need to be in that to inspire the other kids, to inspire our kids. So we need more and more women on top.
Privileged to have our speakers on the session already. The person of Ijeoma, which is happens to be the global technology leader and empowerment lead, to come and share your experience. Same. We have Yasmina Boko, which is a product manager for Copilot. We're going to start with what is Evolve Connect. Let's even talk about Evolve Connect itself, right? My name is Martin Lato Sindesami, the convener of Evolve Connect. Evolve Connect as an organization, we are social tech empowerment. Last year in December, we had an amazing time in the slum, where we actually make an outreach to over 300 people in the slum. We've also been involved in, providing, technology access to disabled. I can say that over 100 people have actually benefited from, corporate social responsibility of exposing them to, technologies. A couple of months ago, we empowered over 180 colleagues, bilinguals. People that speak English and other languages, German. We provided 8 weeks pre-technical trainings for these people. So you can see when you look at the trends of what we'll be doing, major focus is how we can actually liberate more people to give them more access to technology, to liberate people to know more about technology, to give access to people, to the beginners, to start, their careers in technology. And aside from that, we have a community of over 1,500 support engineers. So it's not only a Nigerian community, it's a global community. If you have any issues, if you have any roadblocks, the culture and the traditions that we have in that community is to help each other to become to find solutions and fix, to roadblocks. Working or providing support for Microsoft 365 globally, you can join this community. Aside from that, we also offered deployment solutions to organizations, enterprise organizations. And we also offered, tailored M365 training to the beginners, to the intermediates, and to the experts. But in a nutshell, when you look at our core strength is, empowering people, whether women, disabled, the less privileged environment, and giving them those access, to have skills in technology. Today's event is all about how we can actually integrate more women into tech. And it's all about, navigating through AI, the resilience and remote work. So straight to our first speaker for today, Madam IJ, are you on this call? Over to you, Madam IJ. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Martin. And thank you, everyone, for joining this session. My name is Ijeoma Baneme. I've been working in tech for over a decade and a half plus. And today, I'm going to be sharing with you my experience and some of the strategies I've adopted that has helped me to be able to thrive, grow, and be successful in this career. I believe it's going to help someone out there, depending on where you are on your journey in this career. So basically, these are things I've written down that has really helped me. And I believe that some of these strategies is going to help, someone out there. So basically, as a woman, how do you thrive and grow and become successful in a male-dominated industry like technology career? We all know that in this space, it was heavily denominated by men, and it's still, women are underrepresented in this career today. But you can make yourself known, you can lead in this career, and you can be successful as well. So basically, one of the strategy is you need to cultivate resilience and employ these strategies. So basically, the first one is to stand out through knowledge. You need to be knowledgeable. You need to invest in learning. You need to adopt learning as part of your culture. You need to build a learning culture, because the only way you can compete with men in this industry, you need to have deep knowledge, not surface knowledge. So you need to know your onions. Because tech is a highly innovative space, you need to continuously, learn. You need to improve your skills. And I'm going to give an example for those people that want to go into a tech career, maybe based on my experience in the past. So I've been working in Microsoft Cloud technology for the past decade, and there are different platforms, there are different tech platforms. I'm going to be giving an experience. I'm going to be talking about my experience based on what I've done, and then you can relate this to other platforms as well. So if you're looking to get into a career in tech, right, or in Microsoft Cloud, there are different platforms you can use to learn. The first one is a free platform. So we have the Microsoft Learn platform. Everything you need to know about Microsoft Cloud, the different solution areas, is all in that platform. So if you're someone that is looking to venture into this, path, and you want to start learning, that should be your first point of call, right? So Microsoft Learn is a huge knowledge base, and you can use that to, start learning. And while you're doing that, you also need to, practicalize what you're learning. So you don't just want to know the theory aspect. You want to also know the practical, because if you go into an interview and someone is asking you a question, you want to be able to respond. And also for me, once I've practicalized something, it kind of sticks to my brain quickly than just reading the theory. For you to be able to, practicalize, you need to build a test platform. You need to build a demo platform. If you're not working in an organization that gives you access to that kind of platform, you can leverage free subscriptions, free licenses. So if, for example, you want to venture into Microsoft Cloud, Microsoft offers almost free trial subscriptions for every of their services and solutions that they have. And, you can use that to practicalize your knowledge. So having an environment where you practicalize is extremely important for you to be able to, quickly ramp up on your knowledge. And then once you have done that, so for Microsoft has 6 solution areas, and all these things are in Microsoft Learn. They have 6 solution areas: modern work, security, infrastructure, apps and infra, data and AI, business applications, and, digital and app innovation. So, and inside these 6 solution areas, they have other mini areas as well. So it's a very vast technology, but depending on which of them you want to venture into, you can go through these 6 solution areas and then identify which of them you feel is relatable or is something you think, you do well in. So the first one is standing out through specialized knowledge. You need to be knowledgeable. That is the only way you can stand out, and that is the only way you can compete. And the second one is, you need to embrace mentorship. Don't do it alone, because mentorship is going to help you to shorten the learning curve, right? I cannot underscore the importance of mentorship. And I've seen people that it has helped, because the thing is, someone has been through this journey and they can help you, they can handhold you through this journey so that you don't make the same mistake that they've made, right? So by the time they do that, they're helping you to shorten your learning curve. Very important. If you have someone that can mentor you, it's going to help you to thrive and grow, in a tech career as a woman. And then the third one is viewing challenges as opportunities. Right. So you're going to encounter a lot of challenges. I'm not going to lie to you. At times, you're going to want to throw in the towel. You want to give up because, the challenges are not easy, especially in a male-dominated environment. It's going to be tough, but I want you to see those challenges you encounter as an opportunity for you to grow. For every challenge you surmount, for every challenge you're able to go through, is going to propel you to greater heights in this career. So view challenges as opportunities for growth. Don't be scared of challenges. When you encounter it, take it head on and, ensure you surmount those challenges. And then the fourth one is having good work ethics. So when you're working in an environment, or when you are, or even as a person, you need to, have things that, makes you stand out. It's simple work ethics, communication. Be a person of integrity, be respectful, be disciplined, be a team player. Right? These are simple things, and focus on becoming the best version of yourself in whatever career you are in. It's going to help you stand out. And people are going to be asking, at times, before you know, people will start asking, who is this person? And also be punctual to work, to your meetings, to your projects, to everything you're supposed to do. It's going to actually help you in your career. And then the next one is hard work and consistency. Honestly, these two things are the secret to success for me. Keep working and keep putting in the work and being consistent. Nobody is ever going to see you wanting and in anything, because as you do these things, it might take some time, because you cannot start doing these things and expect to see results tomorrow, right? But just keep doing them, never giving up. Another thing as well that has worked for me is dressing well and always looking your best. So you have to be intentional. It doesn't have to break the bank. It's as simple as always looking. Your hair is well kept, your nails are very clean, your dress is well ironed. If you're going for a presentation, you're looking your best, because if you're going to be competing, you want, when you come out, they want to ask, who is this person? So that when you are talking, people want to listen to you. Even if you have so much knowledge to offer and then you step out and not looking your best, no one will want to listen to you. It kind of boosts your confidence. When you enter a room that is full of men and then you are the only one that is presenting as a woman in that kind of room, if you look well, if you dress well, you smell well as well, you're going to be confident that people are going to listen to you. And then another thing is goal setting and vision boarding. So I'm a very huge fan of goal setting, because I believe that if you don't set goals, there's no way you can measure your achievements. It's not about winging it and just having it in your head. It's not enough. I normally set my goals at the beginning of the year, and I have my quarterly goals and I have my daily goals, and it's going to propel you to greater heights. So simple goal as learn something new every day is a game changer for me, because by the time I look at my daily goal at the end of the day and I haven't ticked off some certain things in those goals, I'm going back to do them before I retire for the day. So learn something new every day, because tech is a highly innovative space. If you don't incorporate some of these things into your daily goals and you keep pushing it forward, you keep procrastinating, you find out that you keep losing touch. And every day, I just take 30 minutes to either learn something new or ramp up on a previous knowledge that I have. And that way, I can stay up to date on most of these technologies. And at the end of the day, you're going back to that page to see that you have, completed, whatever you have, at least 80% of whatever you have set for the day. But if you don't set your goals, how are you going to measure your growth? How are you able to say that, I've been able to achieve this and I'm moving on to this? And then be genuine. There is no need for eye service in the workplace. The best thing you can do for yourself is to always compete with you, not anyone else. Compete with your yesterday. And by the time you do that, you find out that, you always become a better version of yourself the next day. I'm not saying that competing with someone else is not good, but I prefer to compete with who I was yesterday, right? And that helps me to be able to measure my growth. And I keep growing. That way you're successful. So we need to learn to forgive ourselves when we make mistakes, because we're going to make mistakes on this journey. So when you've made that mistake, I want you to take a step back and forgive yourself. Very, very important as a woman. We are very emotional women. Emotional resilience is very important, because, we need to learn how to, manage our emotions, right? We need to have that resilience and be able to, manage our emotions so that we can, recover from setbacks and, move on quickly, work-life balance. Because as a woman, how do you balance your career with your responsibilities as a woman at home? We want to thrive in our career. We are also sister, we are daughter. So we have so many responsibilities. We're also a wife, right? So how do you balance all of these responsibilities? So depending on where you are in journey, you might be married, you might be single, and then you might be worried, when I get married, when I start having kids, how am I going to be able to balance all of this? Is it possible? Can you achieve it all? And I'm telling you that yes, today, you don't have to give up your life as a mother. So basically, how can you balance your roles and family responsibilities? So the first one is setting priorities and boundaries. This is the mistake I made, at the beginning of my career. But if you're just starting off in your career, this is one thing that can help you. You need to set priorities. What is important? You need to be honest to yourself and say, what are the things I can handle and what can't I handle? And this helps you to be able to make choices and avoid overcommitting, right? Because if you don't set priorities and boundaries, trust me, you're going to burn out. You're going to be stressed. And when you're stressed, your emotions is going to be all over the place. If you're working from home, trust me, you're putting in more hours than someone that is going physically to the office. But then by the time you set your boundary and say, once it's 6 p.m. or once it's 7 p.m., I'm not attending to anything work. From 8 to 5, I'm going to prioritize my work over family responsibilities. But once it's 6 p.m., anybody that's reaching out to me with regards to anything that is work related will have to wait, unless it's an emergency, unless it's impacting business operations. Right, that is when I'm going to give them, I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to, after these hours, I'm going to be spending time with my family. I'm going to be taking care of them, looking at their homework, asking them how school was and things like that. Because you don't want to be there and then you are absent. Another thing I've done is what I do is I make sure I use work-related tools for work. I don't add a customer's phone number to my WhatsApp so that they start reaching out to you during odd hours and start, asking you for things. There is no more boundary between work and personal life. You post something on your status, they're looking at it, they know everything about your personal life. And before you know it, there's that thin line between is no longer there. If they have to call you after work hours, I know in some countries, they pay overtime once it's 5 p.m. and anybody's reaching out to you and it's work related. Even as much as they're paying you overtime, I don't want you to, take too much of that. I want you to be able to balance it all. Work hours is work hours. And then, family time is family time. And then the second one is flexible work hours. With flexible work hours now, we can achieve it all as a woman, right? And thanks to COVID, what COVID did for us, we can't stop thanking COVID because it made remote work to be possible. Depending on your organization and where you work, which organization you work for, it could be hybrid working, it could be, remote working completely. It could be a mix of both. For women, we can now spend more time with our loved ones. The third one is having a support system. For you to be able to effectively balance your role as a career woman, you need to have that communication with your support system, which is your employer and your family and sometimes your friends. You need to keep them in the loop of what is going on in your career. They need to be able to support you. Right, so that once they are updated in everything that you're doing, they're able to support you. And it worked out very well because I've put him into the loop of what is going on in my career and is very much aware. So no one is angry at each other that, you're always not here because, you are trying to grow in your career. So you need to communicate, with your family, with your support system. They need to be aware of what is going on so that one aspect doesn't affect the other. Third subtopic I have today, self-care. We need to be able to manage our health, mental health, manage our stress levels and well-being. Self-care as a woman is very, very important to avoid burnout, to avoid being stressed. Because when you're stressed, your emotions is all over the place and you're not able to focus, right? So what can you do and how can you balance these things? Practicing self-care is very helpful in balancing your household work and your career responsibilities. Because the truth is that when you have taken care of yourself, you're able to, handle whatever demands that is coming from your, career or from your personal life. And one thing I've seen that works for me is physical exercise. If you don't have a lot of time to go to the gym to exercise, you don't have to be fat. You don't think that, exercise is all about weight loss. No, exercise is about helping you with managing your mental health. It helps you to manage your stress levels. Every morning before work, I try to exercise. When I've done that, I feel good. There's this kind of good I feel, and I can be the best version of me today. But any day I talk myself out into not exercising, I'm not going to be happy. It kind of affects me somehow. So find out what works for you. You need to establish self-care routines for yourself. You need to define them. It's not just about exercising. There are so many things. You need to be able to identify what makes me happy. So the summary of this particular topic is you need to prioritize your mental health so you can be at your best. Because when you're at your best, you can give your best, right? That is the absolute truth. Also take note that burnout is very real. I can't tell you how many times I've been burnt out because I was prioritizing work all the time. At times I don't even do things I like because I have a deadline to meet. I have a project to complete. I have something to learn. You need to take care of you. You need to look your best always, like I said. Whatever it is, go out to the movies with the girls, so many things just to make yourself happy. Celebrating your success, no matter how small. When you celebrate what you have achieved, it's going to propel you to greater heights. And then manage your stress levels. For you to be able to do that, you need to sleep 7 hours plus. So always set out time to sleep, no matter what is going on in your life. And do some other activities that is going to help you to manage your stress levels as a woman. Because don't forget, women, we are very emotional and we need to ensure that we manage our stress levels so we can focus on becoming the best version of ourselves. This is a success story for me because this is the game changer. I was working, always working, you're good at what you do. And one day my sister asked me, you're very good in this thing that you do, but nobody knows you, unfortunately. You're just a local champion in your organization. And why are you doing this yourself? How do you think you want to grow? You keep doing this. If you're not growing in your organization, you can't grow outside your organization. It was a thing for me to take back and think about it. So I thought about it and I was like, this is right. I can't grow outside of this organization because no one knows what I'm doing, right? So the first thing you need to know is you need to take personal branding very seriously. No matter where you are in your career, personal branding is very key. People need to know who you are. We have a professional social platform where we can share our experience, which is LinkedIn. At times, it hurt me so much that we are not taking LinkedIn seriously. Do people know who you are? Do they know what you do? How do you intend to grow, right? So you need to be visible globally if you're looking to attain global opportunities, right? You can create a profile, create your brand, put these things on LinkedIn, talk about yourself, talk about the work that you do. Like I told you, I have to look for a mentor. And what they did was they helped me and they guided me through the path on what to do and how to do it. So I did it. I built my brand on LinkedIn and I started talking about the work that I do. Started creating content, talking about the work I do. It might be very difficult as a woman to do that, but it's very important for your career. If you want to grow, if you want global opportunities to locate you, it's something that you need to do. You need to take it seriously, right? So when you create these opportunities, when you create this content on LinkedIn, people are going to be reaching out to you, global organizations, recruiters. At the point after rebranding on LinkedIn, I had to, stop going to LinkedIn because I was tired of recruiters reaching out to me. At that point, I wasn't ready for a career change. I wasn't ready to, leave my current organization. And then my same sister told me, just listen to them, hear what they want to say to you. Just give them the opportunity to speak, to talk to you, and then you can take it from there. And that was how, I was speaking to them. And I just realized, what? I think I need to make a change at this point. And then networking and thought leadership is also very important. You need to attend events. You need to network when you attend industry events. You need to connect with people because you never know. You need to know people that are also in this career so that, when something is happening somewhere, they can always, reach out to you and you guys can always connect. I believe that with fearlessness, strength, consistency, hard work, determination, and grace, women can dominate and thrive in this industry, right? I believe this so much because I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen for myself, and I see it happen every day for women. I can see a question here from Oluwakemi. What were your major challenges and roadblocks in your early career days? How did you overcome it? Yeah, so the first one is, yes, I encountered a lot of challenges and roadblocks in my career. I was doing different things, still in technology, but as you know, technology wasn't paying. It wasn't a career that was paying about 10 years ago. It just started paying recently. I was always someone that wants to be fulfilled by what I do. There were times I encountered challenges and I had to leave the job to look for something else, right? And there was a time I had to, leave a job that was paying me to take on a job with 100% pay cut because I believed that that job was going to give me fulfillment. So it wasn't really about the money for me. It was basically about learning and becoming an asset because I believe that once I've been able to sow and put in a lot of time to learning, I'm going to be able to reap it someday, right? So that was a huge challenge for me. I really didn't know whether I want to, take that job, that was offering me knowledge, but then very low pay. So I eventually took on the job and I can tell it's one of the best decisions I took today. And then she also has another question. Would like to ask if there was any time you took break off from your career, probably to give birth or nurture kids. Well, previously before the era of remote work, yes. When I give birth, when I gave birth to my second kid, yeah, I had to take some time off work because of challenges with that birth. Right. And I had to stay off 6 months. Unfortunately, I lost that job because no one wants to give you the amount of maternity leave. And then I looked for another one and then I got another one. Right. Because at that point, it was very important that I take some time off to take care of my child and be sure that everything is okay. And I'm also properly healed before I can go back to work. It was tough getting another job, but eventually I got one and I was able to, continue to thrive and grow. But in this era of remote work and hybrid working, honestly, I'm sure if it was now, I wouldn't have taken that decision. I would be able to combine both. But if it's important that you take time off work, at those points in your career, because it's critical either for the growth of your child or for you to be able to properly heal. And then, try to look for another one. It will definitely come.
All right. Thank you so much, IJ. I'm sure everyone has learned from what you had to say. We are able to learn one or two things from there. Everyone is going to make an adjustment because, of course, everyone wants to move into tech. And most people would like to move into tech. Yeah. And everyone would like to, grow from there as well.
So I need to thank everyone for joining us today. And thank you for having me as a speaker with this webinar, like Empowering Women in Tech. I'm so happy to share out my journey and my career. And I hope everyone can learn from this. Let me start by introducing who am I. So I'm a woman at first, and I've been in the field over 6 years now. I'm specialized with AI technologies. I'm currently the product manager for Copilot. I lead the development and the implementation of the innovative AI-driven features, and I am always ensuring that we meet the highest standards of quality and user satisfaction. So I'm gonna start with my career journey and how it all started and how I am right now as a product manager. So here is the career journey of mine and how I navigated AI through my journey. So first, how it all started. I started my career field as a internship, and here where I had a woman, which was an HR director, who believed in me and gave me the opportunity to start an internship in the tech field. Of course, before that, I had the opportunity to gain more experience in customer service and communication skills in order to build that. But in the tech field, it started as an internship. So I had the opportunity to be a full-timer in the same company. And here where struggles and fails came over. So seeing things for the first time was a great shock to me. Like, you have to learn by yourself. You have to do everything that makes you shine, because you are surrounded by people who are experienced and you have zero knowledge in everything related to tech field. And especially that the surrounded people around you, they are all men. So you have to just find your way in order to shine through your knowledge and your learnings. So this is really was a struggle and a lot of fails, but then you really find people who supports you and who makes you keep moving forward and helps you grow in this career. So here came the struggles of all of the rejections I've been taken throughout applying to jobs. So literally I've been rejected too many times in my life because I am a female in tech field. The disbelief that women cannot succeed in the tech field has a big impact on women, even in Lebanon or in different countries. So I've been asked several times in my interviews, how you're gonna do it, or how you're gonna climb walls in order to pass network cables, or how you're gonna support end users with their computers, or even they were mistaken, are you able to just build a data center from zero or from scratch? So they were disbelieving the impact or the ability of a woman of being in the tech field. But then I got an opportunity to be accepted in one of the biggest corporate groups in the Middle East. And the reason why I got accepted is that I was inspired by this corporate group. They have a CEO as a woman, a CTO was a woman, a lot of tech positions, high tech positions, they were led by a woman. So they were so proud, they are having a new woman joining their group. They were pushing me forward. They are supporting me a lot, although it is also struggling, in a department where they are all men. You have to strive between them all. You have to just showcase your skills. You have to struggle by yourself, learn a lot, do whatever it takes you in order to shine between them all. And then how I started my Microsoft career and where is my AI and remote work started. Switching from a biggest corporate group to a Microsoft career is it was an amazing switch, because I know that this is the future of AI, the future of the technology. So I switched and I started as an agent. And here comes a lot of challenges. I'm gonna say it out loud to all of the people now on the call that I've been set on an improvement plan while I was on an agent. student on bench 2 times. I have failed a lot. And sometimes people mistaken that they are failing because like they don't have the skills or they don't have the ability, which is too wrong. So the reason why I just had to fail in this part, like we all pass through different struggles. So I got an opportunity to move out to a validator role for an AI project. I loved everything about this thing. Like it was an amazing project. I worked hard in this phase until I got an opportunity to be a team lead. I have one person who asked me while he is interviewing me for a team lead position. He asked me, Yasmina, what will you add to this project if you become a team lead? So what I said to him, like, I am going to make this project shine between the rest of LOBs. And I really meant it. And I really made this project shine between the rest of line of businesses. Being a team lead or being in a leadership position is like the most kindest thing in the world. My team were my family. So it was like the kindest form of the thing to become a leader. So I know how leadership or how to become a good leader, how to be kind in some situations. And then in this phase, I got an opportunity to become a PM. They are calling out all of the team leads to become a product manager. And here comes one person who came to me like, he want to suggest my name to become a product manager. And I'm so grateful. He knows exactly what I am capable to do, what are my skills. So he's asking me like, I'm going to suggest your name. Will you accept? So I told him like, I'm never gonna say no to any opportunity that comes to my life. That was my answer, because if a door knocks to you, never ever not to respond, or like just open it and see what this opportunity holds for you. So that's where I got accepted for the product manager for Copilot. It has a lot of challenges at the beginning, but I am still inspired by the leadership of the most resilient woman manager I report to. And this kind of woman that really pushes you forward, and like she tells you like, here's your idea, go implement it, do whatever you want to do. Always remember that I got your back. Person, when you know that you have someone in your back like supporting you, nothing can stop you from implementing anything in the world. And of course, this line is not going to end, because I'm looking forward to add more and more positions to it. There's no limit for continuous growth and learnings. So here are my career journey throughout until I become a product manager. And one thing I'm going to share with you, like, don't ever, if you ever faced any rejection in your life or any failure in your life, don't give up. It's always gonna bring a higher heights for you. Failure is normal. Failure is essential in success. So I'm so grateful for all the women that passed through in my career and everyone who supported me to become who I am now. Second, I'm gonna talk to you about our evolution of remote work, how I changed from a 9-5 tech person going to office every day into a remote work. I've been like spending and wasting 4 hours at the road in order to get to office, where I really struggled a lot. Thinking out loud of the things like waking up early to go to office, preparing yourself, all of this stuff, that it really makes me so tired, until I just found a remote work house, how it is beneficial and how it is challengeable for me. Communication in remote work is more professional than having just live communication. Communication in remote work doesn't mean that it is just like we are canceling communication in the remote work. That's not true. And how remote work has an effect, a strategy in AI. During our like evolution of AI, we have a lot of tools that brings people together, like video calls, Zoom calls, everything that like helps you do the remote work even faster and even easier. We have all of the tools. Remote work is the future. We can see it. We need to implement AI during our career. So innovate your AI in your career journey, because people say AI is going to replace managers or going to replace users, which is true and not true. AI is going to replace people who are not innovating AI, who are not adapting AI yet in their tasks and their scope of work. If I have a current tasks, how AI can do these tasks for me and have the time for me to initiate new tasks in order to evolve and improve within my career and my remote work. It's time to adapt AI during your tasks. And lastly, I'm gonna suggest a book. It's a highly recommended book who tells a story about how not to listen to all of the rejections. She said we need women at all levels. I am not here to inspire successful people. I'm so proud to have successful people, female, here on the call. Me and you are not here to inspire each others. Me and you are going to inspire those who cannot. I know a lot of females and I know a lot of women that has the ability, have the capability, have the skills, have everything, but they are forced not to showcase their skills. This is the sign to empower them. Stand up and say no. This is not my place. I'm gonna show my skills. Me and you are already going forward with our career, and we are grateful that we have this career path. But others that they have the same skills, but they don't have the opportunities to do this. It is a great book. I hope you just go forward with it. So yeah, I'm open to any questions now you may have.
As we know currently, AI is our day-to-day companion. And since you are experiencing it, can you please share with us a story where you encountered a challenge during your work and how AI helped you to overcome it?
Yeah, thank you, Eli, for your question. And during my work, I have faced a lot of challenges. Copilot helped me a lot in overcoming this tough situation where I come through is when I was promoted to the PM recently, and one of the executive people in Microsoft asked me to give more insights about a specific topic. In order for me to go and analyze everything in a shortest period of time, that was really a tough situation for me, where Copilot really saved my life. It just provided me with the best outcome ever. So Copilot was a great fit, and I just met the deadline. That was a great fit for me. And I'm still adapting Copilot with all of my current tasks because it's really amazing.
So can you share practical tips on how to strive working with highly experienced people?
This is a great question. How can I communicate with people who are really high positions or high experienced people? Always remember that they've been there once. So they've been in your situation and in your place once. The people who are highly experienced exactly know what you are going through. They've been there. They've been in the same situation what you are going through. You and them face the same thing once, and that will help you a lot.
Thank you so much, Yasmina. For people on this call who don't know what Copilot is, you can actually use Copilot to do a whole lot of things. First, you can use Copilot to change your life. Copilot will actually do a whole lot for you. You can just, scan this barcode. As soon as you scan the barcode, you can join the community. So as soon as you join the community, we'll be sharing more insights on everything we've talked about. So we have different career paths.
There's one more question. You just said she's workaholic. How do you manage stress?
Actually, work as a workaholic, you're gonna always face stressful situations where you have to train your mind how to calm yourself in this field. Just move away, move out from your desk, have something to drink, get away from the things that you are doing, and until you calm yourself down, and then you can just come back with a wiser and calmer person.
So we have another important guest. So Anna is a program manager for Gig Worldwide. I'm inviting her to the call to inspire us mostly on how she gets around her job and, motivating other women out there.
Thank you very much, all. Just a quick introduction of myself. So my name is Ana Valverde. I'm actually a program manager for gig companies. So we help people to get in the onboarding to our community of freelance working for Microsoft. I've been in tech for around 25 years already, and the last 10 I've been in remote. So I have 2 kids. I didn't know how I will manage. I just thought, okay, let's try to remote. Now you can imagine my life without being remote. I want everything. Sometimes I don't get it. Most of the times I don't get it, but I want everything. So and I really managed to do it. Remote jobs is the only thing that I think myself that we managed to do it with this. So this is a woman in tech, remote work and best practices. That is what we are going to do. One of the reasons that I think that the women have to be in tech is that there have to be diversity of all the senses that we have it. It is really important that we are mixed, because this is really encourage the whole society. So we need women in tech, we need women in medicine, we need women in engineering. So this is really important. I think that, little by little, we are just getting this diversity, and we need to be in that to inspire the other kids, to inspire our kids. So we need more and more women on top. I give you some strategies for remote work. Just try everything and accept that they are not perfect things. And there is some strategies that I will tell you on some slides. The challenges, communication, it is one of the big barrier for me in a remote job. So we should be really careful on how we communicate and how maybe we should over communicate sometimes. We should be really experts on communication and treat it really, really important. Isolation. So remote jobs can be really isolated, and isolation can be one. So, okay, we work 1 hour, but then we should be out. And for me, best practice, I go quickly. A best practice is prioritize well-being. It's absolutely impossible to spend 8 hours sitting on a table. Another point is that have a designated area for you. So even if it is a small part of your house, so just leave some area for you in order to do the remote work. Structured check-ins. So if you have kids, you will have these check-ins and check-outs, mandatory. Effective communication that I already told about it. Boundaries. So it is important that we set up some boundaries. Mental and physical health is crucial. So as my other colleagues tell, for me, it's really important that we take care of ourselves on that. Use technology wisely. So we have amazing tools now. Copilot is one of the tools that will help us to be more productive and dress for success. I like that. We should take care of ourselves. And finally, I go really quickly. My humble recommendation, first of all, is take care of yourself. So if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot do a good job and you don't take care of your family. One of these, for me, works really well is wish all, but acknowledge that perfection is not possible. Then practice exercise, for me, should be mandatory. Not everyone is the same, but for me, if I don't move, I cannot be, stable. So I need to move myself. And one of the sentences that I like very much is be water, my friend. So, okay, sometimes we have a bad day, just take it and that's all. So we cannot do it anything else. And one of really important sentences is talk to you as you talk to your best friend. Sometimes we are really hard with ourselves. Talk to you as you will talk to your best friend. And this is my humble recommendations. And there are lots of things that can help you. Technology is huge. There are millions of apps that can help you with everything. But acknowledge the perfection is not possible. I'm sorry, girls.
All right. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
One thing I would just like to say, you have to start from somewhere where you have to pick up a skill which you have to learn. Here at Verve Connect, we're able to give you a kickstart of your career in tech. Please don't forget to join the Technical community as regards any information which you'll be following up, right? So I want to thank everyone and appreciate everyone for taking their time today to join this session.
Thank you, everyone. All the best.
Yeah.